Hi all, this is Lakshmi, working as assistant professor in the Department of ECE at SNSCT. So today I'm here to discuss about the lecture series on Introduction to Embedded System, and the topic which I'm going to discuss is about the microcontroller architecture, which is Cisc, Complex Instruction Set Architecture. So, this is complex instruction set. It will reduce the number of instructions as a program needs by using large set of complex and variable length instruction. So here the single instruction can perform multiple operations like for example load, compute, store, etc. So this will take multiple clock cycles. So this is what is complex instruction set computer. It will reduce the number of instruction program needs by using a large set of complex and variable length instruction. So before talking about the performance and the characteristics of Cisc, so let us consider the empathy part of this type of architecture. So we have to address the designer needs, which ensures the efficient and powerful architecture. So design system designer, we have to consider the system designer challenges and focus on the programmer needs as well. So we have to understand the challenges which leads to more user friendly architecture, and we have to prioritize the end user experience. We have to enhance the usability, makes architecture more successful and relevant. So the end user, the programmer, and the designer needs to be taken into consideration and the architecture to be framed. So as discussed, the complex instruction set computing is a microprocessor architecture which is characterized by large and varied set of instruction. So here, as I told, a single instruction will perform multiple operations like the storing, loading, computing, other arithmetic operation, conditional branching, etc. All these multiple thing would happen within a single instruction. So this is the Cisc architecture characteristics like complex instruction, hence complex instruction decoding will be there. Instructions are larger than one word size, and the it may take more than a single cycle to get executed. Less number of general purpose registers as operations get performed in the memory itself, and it is having complex addressing modes, and the execution time is larger, and this instruction set will it will make use of the for complex operations. So each set of instructions is for complex operation, and also it is having complex addressing mode. So these are the characteristics of the Cisc architecture. So the evolution of Cisc was like in early 1980s with the rise of RISC architecture, which is reduced instruction set computing. This Cisc has continued to evolve, and the modern Cisc processors such as Intel and AMD, that is the American MNC, all these incorporate the techniques developed for RISC architecture such as pipelining, caching, and superscalar execution. So nowadays, the Cisc architecture has the properties of RISC architecture as well. So they often use hybrid mode, so where the complex instructions are broken down into the simpler micro operations and it can be executed more efficiently. So this is the advantage and benefits of both Cisc and RISC architecture. So the features as discussed, it is having complex instruction, variable length instruction, multiple addressing modes, memory to memory operation, and microcode implementation. So these are the architectural features of the Cisc. So examples of Cisc is like we have Intel x86, it is using Cisc architecture like personal computers and servers. Motorola and VAX architecture, all these are developed using Cisc architecture. So advantages, simplified compiler design, which means the higher level instructions simplify the design of the compiler. and reduced code size. Single instruction will perform multiple operations. Hence, the size of the code is reduced. Efficient memory usage, backward compatibility. It maintains compatibility with the older instruction sets as well. So these are the advantages. And the disadvantages is complex hardware design and speed, execution speed is slow and it is very difficult for optimization, and also understanding the instruction is little bit complex here. So these are the disadvantages of the Cisc architecture. So early Intel 86 family was the starting dominant Cisc architecture, Cisc approach. And then after over years, the simplified compiler design and the reduced code size and the memory constraints, that is the advantages of RISC and Cisc has combined, and hybrid architectures had started evolving nowadays. So this is the overall summary of Cisc architecture. So it is a complex instruction set computing which would handle large and variable length instructions, and this is having the multiple addressing mode and memory to memory operation. Advantages: it is efficient, compact, and more RAM, less software overhead, more RAM efficient it is. And the comparison with RISC, it is like single instruction set and it is variable instruction length, and the memory addressing mode and higher power usage is there for Cisc when compared with the RISC. So RISC is having small and simple instruction set and it is having fixed length instruction, and usually one cycle per instruction would be carried out, and it is mainly used for more general purpose. But whereas Cisc, they have variable length and multiple cycles per instruction, fewer registers, and it is complex and many addressing modes they have. So for complex hardware like Intel and x86, all these things make use of Cisc architecture, whereas ARM-based thing like the mobile phones, smartphones, all these makes use of RISC architecture. So today's assessment, what are the main characteristics of Cisc architecture is, it uses complex instruction that can perform multiple operation. Which of the following is a feature of Cisc processor? So it is having variable length instruction. Thank you.